Hi everyone, this video is a continuation of the previous video, and in this video I'm going to continue on demonstrating how you can use the notify.ahk script to create custom made tray tips. If you're interested in this script, please continue watching. Alright, welcome back. So in the last video we have left off where I was showing you how you can put a progress bar within the notification banner, so like that, which you can update by putting in an updated figure of your choice. But I explained to you that I think in the original notify script it's not possible to increase the progress gradually bit by bit. What you have, the only way you can use this is to show you a static value within the notification banner inside the progress bar. Now my tweaked version of the notify library can update this figure by increasing the progress within the progress bar, and that is done by, let me bring this down to 0, and that is done by updating the GUI control, using the GUI control my progress variable, which represents the progress amount within the notification banner, which is actually a GUI, and may increase by 10 and put a sleep of 2 seconds. So if I run this, I'll get the progress bar, and then 2 seconds later I should be seeing the progress increasing by 10, which represents 10%. And to make it more visible, let me go 60%, and there you go, you can see that rising up. And by doing a running multiple lines of the same, so let me do, let's say 5 times, so over 5 seconds it will increase by 10% each second. So if I run this, you can see that the progress is increasing like that. And you can also use a loop of, I'm gonna go 100 loops, and use the same GUI control command to increase my progress by 1 and place a sleep of 50 milliseconds, and then run that, and you can see that the progress goes up gradually like that. And in order to make this go away after the progress reaches 100%, you can either click that, or you can also use this command called delete. So notify.delete, and provide a number of 1, which represents the notification banner that we're going to create first. I'm going to put a sleep of 3 seconds to terminate that notification banner after 3 seconds. So if I run this, I'll see the progress going up gradually like that, and then once it reaches 100% after 3 seconds, it will go away. All right. You can also tweak this to, actually I've got an example here, which I'm just gonna copy and paste over. You can tweak this to show an uneven rate of progress like that. You can just create multiple loops like that. I think that is it for the progress side of the notification banner. Let me move on to the sound beep part of the banner. Sound beep is actually a command that exists in AutoHotkey that plays a beep, and with this command you can play a short, actually even a long one as well. I think you can provide a duration by milliseconds. By running this, you will get a quick beep like that. You can increase the frequency, which increases the pitch level of the sound beep. And using this, the notify library has window and pitch frequency of 500. And if you provided the, I'll go with title is sound and time of 2 seconds, and the attribute that you provide to play the beep is sound, and the number that follows is the pitch level, so, or frequency. So if I run this, you get that beep as well as the banner. Okay. And in the same manner, instead of playing the sound, and I've covered this in a previous tutorial, you can play a wave file by using the sound play command, and you can find the, hang on a second, you can find the Windows media files. There we go. Windows default media sound effect files in this folder. And so I'm just gonna pick an example, provide the path to the file, and I'm going to use the Windows user account control. Where is it? Windows user account control, this one. And okay. And if I play this, there you go. Oh, maybe the text can change to something else. Greetings, hello, whatever. Play that, and there you go. So you can create a custom Traytip with custom sound as well. And I've got some examples saved here, which I can just copy and paste. You know what? Let me just move this. Copy and paste and play. And the icons as well. I think I haven't covered the icons, so I'm going to quickly show you how you can add the icon, which is just simply put that icon attribute in, or key in, followed by a number. And the easiest way to get the number is to use an existing AutoHotkey script that somebody has written in this URL. And just find the one and any one of the different versions of this script that is in this post. I've just randomly selected this one, so copy that and go back to my site and create a new script and save it as test script 2. And if you run this script, you'll get a GUI that gives you a list of all the icons that exist on your PC. Just select whatever icon you want, or just select whatever icon you want from here and select that and provide the number in the icon attribute field. And while we are on the topic of icon, let me just quickly show you that you can also use an icon that you can get from an executable file that you may have installed on your PC. So in order to do that, as an example, you can use the Chrome icon if you have Chrome web browser, and provide the icon attribute or key and provide the path to the executable file wrapped in quotation mark. And if you run this, then you'll see the Chrome icon showing up in your notification banner. You can also resize the size of the icon, and you can increase it or decrease it by increasing the number that comes after the icon size attribute of the notification banner. Alright, and finally, I'm going to go through the buttons. The buttons are actually quite useful because you can perform different things based on what button you press. And to create a button, I'm gonna set a size for the body of the text to 14. And then to create the buttons, you type out buttons, colon, and wrap the button name in quotation marks, close the curly braces, close the parentheses, and save it and run it, then I get a notification banner that includes a button. Now, by pressing this button in the original notify script, I think it just made the notification banner go away, but in my tweaked version of the notify library, I made it so that it displays a message box like this, and it says unknown button press, because this is a button that I haven't specified in my notify tweak version of notify library. And so the buttons that I have specified in my notify script already are these ones. And actually, let me put a question mark as well, which is not one that is specified in my notify library, and therefore you get the unknown button press message box again. Whereas if you clicked one of these, button 1 pressed, and if I press 2, button 2 pressed, and button 3 will show button 3 pressed. Now in the notify script, this is where you have the function. The click function is the function that performs an action when you press on the banner or the button. And originally, if I comment all of this out, what the original notify script looked like was just this. And what this does is it goes through all the key and value pair within the object that you clicked on, which is going to be either the banner or the button, and add the values that are in the key and the value inside a variable called message, and display a message box that says the entire thing. So if I went back to my main script and ran the script and pressed on a button, it will give me a list of all the key value pairs, a lot of which are set up by default. And you can see that the size equals 14, which is the size that I have set up, and the button that I pressed is 1. Now, if you click anywhere on the non-button area, just on the notification banner, then it will say button is nothing. All right, let me go back to the notify library and switch back to where I was before. Now, so when you press the buttons, I have an if statement here where it determines whether you have pressed on a button. And if a button is pressed, so if a button is pressed and the content within the button is nothing, then it looks for the content of the button, which is the name of the button, and based on what button that was pressed, 1, 2, 3, it will perform different things, including if you pressed on the function, so switch, where the case is the function button, which is this one. Let me run that function, then run this function called tooltip function that I have created just for demonstration purposes. So in here you can add references to other AutoHotkey script. If you want to run AutoHotkey script or perform certain things, then you can put in your lines of code inside a function like that and perform different things based on what buttons are pressed. So when I press the function button, it's just, I didn't save this, that's why. Let me run it again. If I press the function, it just runs a tooltip, which increases by 1 every loop and reaches 100. That is, I think, it. And I've just got a real final example here, which is a combination of a lot of things that I have demonstrated in this video and the previous video. So if I run this, you will get a complex looking notification banner like that. So you can customize your notification banner as much as you wish, and play around with it. All right, it was a long video, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.